I think this is the tutorial that everyone was waiting for to see on how to do these natural braiding. Some other people that call them the fluffy braids, and there are some other names that they're giving it, but we are going to learn on how to do it. So here the issue is, like, most of you were asking like if I'm adding in the extension, and my answer is going to be yes, but there are some things that you need to understand, like why we're adding the extension, and still there's some that you have to know, like even why you should not add in the extension. Still, I got the question that is that many people are asking was about the way, the method that I use when braiding. It is the same thing that I'm going to be showing you here, like how we braid. And if you've been following all the videos that I've been doing, that the best protective braiding method that we always use is the inside knotless, or the inward knotless. So as you're going to be seeing in this video, it is what we need to understand, and maybe we learn to understand. So if there is something that you will need to ask, please, I would like you right to go in my comment section, tell me or ask me, and I'll be right there to answer you. So before we start anything, here I'm trying to show you the method that we are going to be using. Remember, those are the questions that I'm having, and the extension that I'm using. So all that is very, very well, like they're all in a video as we are going to be watching. So let me introduce myself so that we can start together and we watch this. Please, you can give me a like, or you can share the video if you think it is nice for you, and if you see like it is doing something for your natural hair. So finally, let's start and see how it all started like this. We started with this hair extension called the Afro Kinky from the Darling Company, and that is Darling Company Uganda. This is how it looks. Yes, there is another question that most people have been asking me, like maybe like how many pieces are we supposed to use. But for this time around, I used a half of this. And I'm going to be showing you the full detail on how it started. So this is how it comes, and then we have to get our bucket. Yes, we are going to first make sure that we dip it in hot water, and this is how it is. Our hot water is here. Then after dipping it, you just have to make sure that it is all there. So those ones who are asking like how many pieces I use, trust me, I used a half of this. You may look at it and think maybe it is small, but trust me, once you do it this way, if you start separating like this, let me show you here, it is a lot, as I'm going to be showing you. So you just have to, like, after the water is dry, like, you don't let it even dry more, because it needs to stay with that wetness, because when it is wet, it can also still blend with our natural hair, since when we're trying to do like the natural twist for the natural hair, those loose twists, we always spray our hair with a moisturizer so that it brings out it perfectly. So it's the same thing as your extension. It's also supposed to be with that. It's not supposed to be too dry, as you're going to be seeing. So after all that, I make sure that I cut it in the middle. So this is the part that you need to understand and that you need to see very clear, because it is very important to know always like the extension that you are going to use. So after I separate this into two, and this is like my size, but whenever you're holding this size, you have to make sure that you divide it into two, just like this. So when you divide into two, you have to make sure that the one you have divided here, it is smaller, since when you wrap it like this, it's going to be equivalent to all the other one, like it's going to be equal with all the other sides. So now there are three and they are all equal, as you can see. So this one that you wrap like this is the one that you hold. The one that you hold like this when you're going to braid. So now let's see how we braid. Yes, it is the same thing. We separate our hair into three portions and then we bring this on top and this one down. Then we start braiding like this. But here the interesting part that you need to understand is whenever you're braiding this, please don't overpress, like don't make it hard. Don't make it hard. Just try to make sure that when you're braiding, your hands are just adding on, like it is just soft, like you make it soft, but still in that way you have to make sure that the hair is also in there. So as you're braiding, you just have to make sure that your extension that you have added is either way, like maybe longer than the hair, but it's just supposed to be slightly, because what we need to have is that like we don't need the extension to be a lot, and we need to follow the hair, the length of the hair. So that's why whenever we finish down, we roll it back, not like to tie it, because you might tie it and then by the time this person is going to unplait the hair, it becomes very hard for them to unplait the hair, or maybe other people that may just come and cut to unplait the hair. So you just have to be very careful as you're braiding that you make sure that the extension is in there, just to give that volume, and then it shouldn't be very long. Yes, it shouldn't be very long, just slightly from the hair. And then maybe sometimes you may plait it and the hair remains like it's long. The extension just disappear when the hair is still there. So don't get scared. Still, you can, after all that, you can still roll it upwards, following the length on how you're doing it. So that is number one thing. We have said that you should not make it tight as you're braiding, so that we can remain with that soft look, and maybe our braid can always be soft. Besides all that, there is something that you haven't seen. Yes, people have been doing this hair. Mostly they have been doing it, but they always show the behind. They have never showed you like the front and how it looks. Yes, they can show you the behind, the boxes, the way they have arranged the patterns, how they have arranged them, but they don't show you the front, how the front looks. And here when you try to see, it is the front that makes it looks nice, the way you have arranged them, and then the packing also matters. So please, you're going to try to see what I'm trying to say. Maybe if you have ever done it before, and you compare this finishing plus yours, like both in the back and the front, then you will be able to tell me. So before all that, let me try to introduce myself. My name is Maurice, the crochet master, and I work at Hair by Clippers, that is Clippers with Z. So if you want all these services for natural hair braiding, natural hair styling, you can always come at Hair by Clippers, located in Intinda Ministers Village. We got you covered, so you always find me there. And remember, we always do first come first serve, so it is very, very perfect for you. The only thing we do like for appointments, that would be the dreadlocks, maybe like the sister locks, all those ones you just have to make appointments. Yes, so as we continue, someone else is going to ask you that if I have like fine hair, what can I do when if I want to do this same hair? So this is something that I was trying to tell you guys whenever we are doing this, that please, if like the extension that we add in it matters a lot. So the extension gives the body so that it can at least look somehow big and firm on the head. So please, to those ones with fine hair, like those the soft hair, the only thing you can do, it means someone who is going to braid you needs to add in an extension that is somehow bigger. The extension need to be a little bit bigger than this one that I'm using in this, so that it can come out this way. So you can see the arrangement, and after all that, we just have to add in the anti-itchy of the MDC hair products, and this helps a lot. So what I'm going to tell you about this, and this is what I'm also still explaining to her, whenever it's like this, you don't have to forget to moisturize it most of the time, like the way we always do our natural hair, because sometimes whenever we braid this way, you find someone is not spraying the hair, but please, you need to spray the hair so that it can always have that good looking. So this is what I got for you. My name is Maurice, the crochet master, and if you have any other question, please just go right in the comment section. You can ask me and I will be there to answer you. And for those ones who want the online courses, they're already there. The link is in the description. Please, let's go there and start learning. Yes, a lot of courses that are there. You can choose any that you want. So this is how it looks. You can see the front, the sides, the behind. It shows that it is really packed. So yes, get this this finishing and you compare it with yours, then you will tell me. Bye bye. See you in my other next video.
Neat like expected. Whoa.